Yes. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. This is Rich, and I would like to go to this URL to see what is happening. There we go. Okay, so today we're going to be in Adobe Fresco. Oh, tennis ball. I'm rolling a tennis ball on my feet. I forgot my fancy blue shirt at home today, so I've got a microphone just here. I'm backwards. I'm looking at myself and I'm backwards. It's here. So please let me know if you want me to shout or stop shouting. Please let me know. Okay, so now there are comments here. Say, hey, let me know if you're tuning in and from where. Okay, so we are gonna do some Adobe Frescoing today. I'm gonna be working on a collaborative piece for someone's NFT project, a friend's NFT project. Collaborations are quite fun because it's an opportunity to explore something. You're not working necessarily with something that you would work with, but you're still trying to portray it in your style, but not just like completely different to the subject matter and the collection that you're collaborating in or with. It needs to be like the best of their stuff and the best of your stuff combined, but it's also an opportunity to do some experimentation. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a little bit of experimentation. So let's hop on over to the Macintosh, and yeah, that's me. And let's go into here. This is some Dreamhead stuff. Having a lot of fun with that. Oof, you should see. You should see. Okay, and then NFTs, collabs. Ghosts of Avax. Here we go. So this is what I'm going to be working with. I'm just going to send this to my computer. Hopefully it is at the right size. I don't think it is. Did I say send it to my iPad? That's where I want to send it. Okay. Done. And now we can go to this one where it's on my iPad. And let's open up Fresco. And I'm going to go for a custom size, and it needs to be 2500 by 2500. And the print size, he wants it at 300 DPI or PPI, but honestly, it makes no difference. This is what matters, 2500 by 2500. Let's create that, and let's pop it in here. This little guy. And I want to make it the full size of the screen. Can I do that, yeah? I don't think so. Not in Procreate you can. A lot of people ask me, like, do I use Procreate or Fresco? And I'm like, yeah, I use both of them. Can I just align it? It's quite nice seeing a couple of these things here. All right, I think that's good. I've also got a little bit of tea with me today. Oh, it is so good. It is just so good. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I like wearing this glove, this pen tips glove. Just allows me to slide across the screen really easily. Sometimes I don't need it. I forgot it at the studio the other day, and I was like, oh no, my life is ruined. But it was actually okay. It was fine. I managed without it. Okay, I think we're all good to go here. We can start creating. Got my Apple Pencil, which says TapTapKaboom, the little unicorn, because I think of myself as a creative unicorn. just, you know, quite unique. A jack of all trades and a generalist, you know, something like that. A unicorn, creative unicorn. So I haven't used Fresco for a little while, so excuse me if I'm a little bit rusty. Let's go for the Doodleverse. Let's go for pixel. Reduce the opacity a little bit. I like this beigey color. It's quite neutral. I find white to be quite harsh. It's nice just to put this on top. All right. And then a little bit of blue. I'm going to go for a blue color. What I quite like about this, just snap it over there and it's always visible. It's really nice when working with square stuff. When you work with landscape stuff, a little bit irritating, but it's really good. And then I got a couple of favorites here. Pencil is one of them, so that's what I'm going to be using just to do a little bit of sketching. And what I like to do here in the beginning when I sketch is use a brush size that's a little bit bigger, so I don't focus on the details. I really just want to, you know, sketch out some ideas. So it's like a little bit of depth here to this ghosty character. And I think I'm going to take the shape. I really like glasses, like you can see over here. Over here, this is something called Dream Heads, and the whole thing is about glasses. Well, not the whole thing, but a lot of it. There's clouds and glasses. And yeah, there's quite a nice story behind it. But we can come back here and you can see that this guy's got some glasses, he's got a crown. I'm not quite sure if the crown is, you know, part of every single ghosty or, you know, character. But let's see what I can come up with. Okay, so it's quite a nice little shape here. I don't know if I really like the hard edges. What's really nice about Fresco is that you can hold this little guy here and just erase with the same tool. Really nice. I think I might try something that's a little bit more fluid. You know, like a Pac-Man or something. There we go. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Next, there would be some glasses. And this is not like Procreate where you can, you know, make shapes just by holding things down. So I need to be a little bit more attentive to this. Luckily, these ones are pretty solid, or pretty, what's the word? Perfect? They're perfect circles. Okay. And you can have these big, like, bushy eyebrows. And some like rosy cheeks. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. And then maybe what we can do here, what I can do, but you know, you're watching me, so what we can do here is to do like a little cap or something. I quite like caps. When I was a kid, I used to wear caps all the time. And I kind of like grew out of it, and then now I wear caps because I'm bald, but I think it looks, you know, a lot better. I feel a lot more creative when I'm wearing a cap. It's like my uniform, you know, my creative uniform. Okay. And there we go. Something like that, I think would be pretty cool. And then maybe a couple of little things floating around. Just to give it like a little bit of interest. And I reckon I'll use quite a thick brush here. Okay, let's give this a go. And so now I'll lose like all context of that previous one. So now I'm just working on my shape or from my sketch. Cool. And I'm going to go for a brush. It's maybe a little bit different. What is this? Let's see what that looks like. Don't know if that'll do well with what I actually want to do, but we might use it later. I'm going to clear this. Hard round. Let's increase that to about 20. Maybe a little bit more even. 25. Okay. Let's do it. I've been listening to a really cool musician. Her name is Lorde or Lorde. I don't think I've ever heard anyone pronounce her name or her band's name or whatever she goes by. Female artist. Not the same as L-O-R-D. It is L-O-R-D-E. Let me see if I can quickly show you here. This is it. Solar Power. This album is great. She's not actually naked there, just so you know. But yeah, stuff is really, really good. She's got some really good songs. The song Royals, I don't know if it's her song or if it's a cover. But yeah, some really, really good stuff. And super chilled at times, super upbeat at other times. All right, so that's what, I've been listening to. I'm going to do the shades now. I'll do that one again. Yeah. Okay, and let's reduce this guy down a little bit. And just so I can see these brows, these cloudy brows. So I really like Fresco. One of the things I really like about Fresco is that they're always updating stuff. So if you come back, this is slightly different. I'm so used to working in Procreate. So one of the reasons I like Fresco is because they're always updating stuff. There's always new brushes. It's not like once a year there's new stuff. There's always new things happening. And sometimes I jump on a call to check out the beta stuff that they're offering. And yeah, it's really cool. I often just use Procreate because I'm more familiar with it. I started with it. I have a lot of my presets, brushes, that kind of stuff there. But yeah, I've downloaded something from True Grit Texture Supply, and that works in Photoshop and Procreate. So I'm trying to use stuff that works everywhere. Eventually, I'd like to start using my Wacom tablet a lot more using Photoshop. I find that having these big tablets and stuff and then always being restrained to my iPad is a little bit frustrating. Excuse my slurping. It's just the way that I drink, So yeah, that's what I'd like to do at some stage. But I really like iPad. I like that I can use it on the couch, on the train, at a cafe, at a bar, on holiday, on my couch, wherever. Okay. Stop talking. Let's get drawing. Dum dum Dum, dum, dum. And tomorrow is the 100-day project start for 2023. If you're doing it, let me know. I wrote this book called The Perfect 100-Day Project, which is not just about the 100-day project, but about a 100-day project that you may want to do. And I find it's been life-changing for me, and I know other people have found it life-changing. So I would love to know what you're up to. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to help you out. Okay, let's put this guy back. Okay, I reckon the hat could do with a little bit of movement. I don't think I moved it much. Let's see how it goes. I guess I could treat this as a separate layer. I guess I could treat them all as separate layers. I'm not the biggest fan of doing that, but maybe in this instance it would be pretty good. It's a pretty simple drawing. So I'm looking for a reference layer or something like that. Set as reference, there we go. And here, ooh, this is what I really like. Just dum dum. And undo, undo. Let's put it in there. Pump up the color margin. And that just means that the colors go past. Pretty sure I got, there we go. So they go past the lines. So there's never like a weird gap in between them. Okay. And I can set maybe this guy as the reference. Where are you? Set as reference, there we go. And I reckon this guy could be super cool as a green ghosty. Yeah. And this guy here, set as reference. And I'm going to put in maybe pink here. Yeah. Dope, 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 dope. So pink here and pink on top, I think. Cool, set as reference. Let's go for dump, dump, and dum. And then over here, what else works really well with that? Let's see if red does well. Yeah, it looks pretty good, pretty good. Some people have issues with pink and red going together. I really like pink and red. That tea, phenomenal. Okay, so select multiple. Let's move them up. So they're above the hats, which is great, although that doesn't really make sense, does it? But it looks way better, doesn't it? Yeah. We're going to go with that. Now, can we do an alpha lock? Lock transparency, lock layer? Don't think so. Well, then I'm going to do one of these, a clipping mask. I'm going to go for something that's quite big. Kyle splatter brush. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, looks good. Okay. So what I used to do is every single different color that I used, I would do on a separate layer, which still has, its advantages at times. But now I'm like, wow, it just takes a long time and there's so many different layers. So what I do now is I just use it on top of each other. I've got pretty good at understanding how to use these kind of brushes. And so I'm just like, cool, let's go, let's do it. Maybe we can make it even bigger. It's quite painterly, this one, which is quite different from the one I usually use in Procreate. But it is good. Let's bring it down to like 300. Okay. And then even darker at the bottom here. Maybe we'll even do a little bit of blue. It's just like colors of the rainbow, I think. Or maybe color wheel or something like that. Green just naturally goes into blue and green naturally goes into yellow. So these colors work really well together. Okay. Little guy, you are coming along nicely. Let's see how these other brushes do. Nope. Let's try this one. Oh, it could be quite nice. Cool. Just go for something like that. Just pop that over. Let's see. Increase the size a bit. Seems to be doing some kind of like multiply effect. Not a big fan of that. So let's go back to this one. Okay, a little more tea. Oh yeah. Maybe I'll put a little bit of, bubbles on this guy. Okay, he is looking fantastic. Is there a recent? Hard round, there we go. Okay, and then just do a couple of these little like bubble type things. Okay, so that's looking good. I might move that one behind once I'm done, like with filling them and whatnot. So let's fill them now. There was also something that I noticed. Oh yeah, here. Just a little bit of that. There we go. So I was planning to be quite experimental here, but this is turning out to be not so experimental. But quite within the realms that I usually play. Which is fine. I just, thought I was going to do some experimenting. But alas, I don't think I did. But it still looks nice. I dig it. Okay. Okay. And here we'll do a little bit more of the gradienting. And I think we've got a good color there. Yep. Nope. New layer, that pops into there, that looks good. We'll pop a little bit of light pink on top here. And then maybe we'll do another layer and make it a multiply layer. Just pop a little bit over there. Make sure it's also a clipping mask. And then hold down this little button. Okay. Yep, that's coming along. Do the same kind of thing here. Except, let's make it a multiply layer. Cool. And another one. And maybe let's go for screen now. Screen just makes everything a bit lighter, which is quite a nice effect. Okay. And then we can do the same kind of a thing here. Just a little bit of pink at the bottom of the clouds. Reduce the size a little bit. Okay. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to merge down, group down, select multiple. Can I just drag it in? There we go. And then duplicate. Hide that, and I'll flatten this one. Flatten. Ungroup layers, duplicate, copy, hide, select multiple. Merge layers and group. There we go. I'll just pop this one out, and I will cut it, which you can do here, and paste it. And let's pull them all the way down here and move him just a little bit. Okay. Fantastic. Then we can put in a little bit of black here. Okay. Let's go for a black. Can we fill the layer here? I would have assumed so. Anyway. There's a couple of places where we've gone out the lines. So let me clear that up first. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm just going to show this one, and then I'm going to use a mask. Can I use a mask here? It would be great if I could. Don't think I can. All right, well, let's go use the eraser tool. Can't erase a group. Yeah, cool. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate this again. I'm going to merge layers. I'm going to delete this one. There we go. And then hide this one. And then remove this little element. And just say erase. There we go. Deselect. Okay. I need to fill that little placey over there. There we go. Hide that. Okay, it's looking good. What I'd like to do now is do some stars. So let's get some star kind of stuff going. Okay. So I'd say this one's, really fun and simple, which is great. Might want to add a few more of these little things around here. Okay. So here's a cool little ghosty, right? And doop, doop, doop. Maybe just like one more over here, another one over here. Okay. Then beneath here, we can add a little bit of grit and grain. Maybe there's a cooler brush that we can use for this. So let's go to all, charcoal, comics, dry media. There's a lot of brushes. Oh my goodness. Huh. Those two I use for the Doodleverse. Good to know. Running inkers, watercolor, TapTapKaboom brushes. Wow, there are a lot here. Okay. So maybe just go back to the favorites. Just go for one of these. Let's pump that up a bit. Just going to lay this on, and then we'll erase it as well. Okay, and then let's do some erasing. And that just gives it like a really nice starry kind of effect. Distant stars. Yeah. Maybe a bit of grain here and there. And then on top, I'd like to do some actual grain and stuff. So maybe, let's go for this one. So that's like a little bit more grungy. All right. Let's see if we can erase that. Just makes a little bit of grain here and there. Okay, maybe we can put some grain beneath the, what are these called? Shades, glasses. Okay. Let's add a little bit more in here. Just maybe like one or two more of these kind of celestial bodies. Okay. And maybe on top here, what we do is like a little bit of multiplying, and then maybe multiply is not the best. I don't like that. Maybe something like that looks pretty good. Like all these little kind of things. This is the experimental part, ladies and gentlemen. Almost like an octopus's rings. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's done. Something simple, something cool. I actually did some real life drawing there. My iPad was tilted. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Not quite sure when this is coming out, sometime in March. But yeah, if you are into Avalanche NFTs, you can go mint this guy or one like him. There are going to be a whole bunch of different types of these ghosts. So yeah, check that project out. AVAX Ghosts. AVAX Ghosties. AVAX Ghosts. Let's have a quick look. Ghosts of AVAX. There we go. All right. I'll see you guys. I can do my fancy little thing here. I didn't do it in the beginning. I can say, ta-da! It's the end. Thank you for tuning in. And then, ta-da!